Hello everyone. Welcome to OTTplay. It's great having you all.
Thank you.
Thank you. Great being here.
Thank you. So the first question I would like to ask all four of you is, how do you define modern love as a concept?
As a concept.
Not related to the show, as an individual.
As a concept.
As a concept.
Yeah.
I think we need to stop saying as a concept. Chang, please.
अच्छा क्योंकि मैं यहाँ पे
No,
बैठा
but
हूँ
please
इसीलिए
first, Wamiqa, please go.
या
तुमने पहले चांग क्यों
कोई भी बट मैं नहीं He's like,
इट्स अ गुड वे ऑफ गेटिंग नहीं अभी
तुम बहुत अच्छे से बात करते हो यार
नहीं ये तो अभी ऋत्विक ही बोल
I
रहा
think
है
what's
have
happening
to-
right here is quite what modern love is like. You know,
Yeah.
adjusting, being nice to each other, always being
सबको
respectful.
स्पेस दो पहले आप
yeah
that's-
because
I
you
think-
have so many insecurities that you don't want to go first
ओह
Modern
that's not
love.
modern love.
so that's probably part of it as well I mean
He's talking about his apartment.
yeah I mean ideally it would be कि सब कुछ अच्छा हो सब कुछ हंसी मजाक में निकल जाए but insecurities disagreements those are also going to be part of it
it's like insecurities what do you mean by that
अरे यार
हाँ then आगे
अभी मैं क्या बोलूं वामिका कल से मुझे इतना डिस्ट्रैक्ट कर रही है कि माय ट्रेन ऑफ थॉट इज गेटिंग डिरेल्ड लाइक एनीथिंग वामिका तुम बताओ
But you were
तुम्हें क्या
saying
लगता है?
something very beautiful on behalf of all of us.
concept of modern love we keep talking about love in all forms है ना so I think to actually talk about it maybe it's not enough and maybe to show it is what we need and I think that's what we've done we've tried to show different kind of stories tried to tell stories from different perspectives hoping that people will probably relate to it and accept different kind of loves
Loves.
बेहतरीन loves निकल रहे हैं.
हाय हाय हाय
different kind of
मजा आ
stories
गया।
different
She's
kind of
really
people.
confused. She's like, मैं पूछूं अगला question because ये तो answer नहीं है.
Guys, just letting you all know, I've only got 20 minutes.
yeah so
ऐश्वर्या इज लाइक आई हैड 20 डिफरेंट एक्सपेक्टेशंस उनमें से कहीं नहीं बैठा ये
नहीं नया सीखने मिला ना मॉडर्न लव क्या है.
I think that's what it is going to be like.
Yeah.
We are going to see different stories. We're going to see different interpretations of love. और कुछ लोग अपनी personal कहानी से relate करेंगे और कुछ कहेंगे कि ये कुछ नया है. Probably this is what we could call modern, but at the same time with all the traditional trappings of love as well. तो आगे बढ़ो लेकिन ये पुरानी चीजें भी लेके चलो साथ में.
It's also subjective like our answer and in a good way.
Yeah.
You know, you can that openness, that freedom, and that room for negotiation. You know, but yeah.
And coming to your story, I Love Thane. I mean, you have been part of OTT space. You have made web series with Little Things, which is quite popular. So, talking about your way of looking at people, it's like you find extraordinary in ordinary things, in mundane things which you do, which you have shown, and given by the glimpse in the trailer, even that gives a glimpse of millennial love. Is also it's something which is very like normal as people say, but it's something which you have given a different interpretation. So what is it about that everyday people that you find so interesting that you write stories about them and you put it out there?
It's a good one. I mean, I don't know yet, to be very, very honest, but I've always sort of navigated towards that kind of filmmaking, be it literature and stories in general. For me, there is something amazing about the everyday courage. कि कोई बंदा सुबह उठ के काम पे ही जा रहा है, local train में 2-3 घंटा. I think that is a story of courage, you know. And for me, it's never been about the glory aspect of life, but it's been about what is that everyday grace? What is that everyday nuance? What is that everyday moment of beauty? You know, I don't know what the reason why I navigated towards it, but कहीं ना कहीं मुझे उसमें बहुत अच्छा कुछ naturally gravitate करता है. And obviously for a city like Bombay, where like unlike Delhi, where you see the grandness of life in lot of places, कहीं ना कहीं Bombay में if you can't appreciate the most normal part of your life, then I don't think you can appreciate the city. You know, so कहीं ना
Also, I
कहीं
think you are that kind of a person who is very simple, generally, like your personality is like, maybe that's why you...
could be, I don't know. My mind is always running it very fast. So, you know, I need to kind of, like she said, you know, simplify, look for the simplicity.
maybe the Bombay city is so fast that you try to find sympathy.
Could be, yaar. I don't know. It's a very internal, external kind of thing.
True.
But मुझे वो कहीं ना कहीं boring नहीं लगता और predictable भी नहीं लगता. You know, I just find कि अच्छा है. It's comforting in a way.
You know, the casting is also quite interesting with Ritwik. We have seen him Bandish Bandits and Whistleblower, and this is something quite different. And it's like there you see him talking. Here, it's like silence is golden for him. That's how his character. That's what I could make out from his character. And then we have seen Masaba being being herself in a fictionalized version, and here she's actually a part of a drama genre. So how did you zero down to these actors, which are? It's quite refreshing to see. Like that's how OTT has given. We see quite refreshing pair in every now and then.
Thank you. I wanted to ask him that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when I was talking with my with PNC and even with my casting director, I didn't want a pair जिसको लगेगा देख के कि ये तो प्यार करने वाले हैं. You know, it shouldn't have been that obvious. You know, I wanted it to seem a little bit of a misfit, but not unnatural. कि इसको forcefully नहीं दिखाएंगे कि अरे ये दोनों ने कैसे, you know. And I wanted actors who were okay with their flaws and okay with their vulnerabilities, so that they could step into the shoes of those characters. You know, I specifically for Masaba, you know, because I hadn't seen her work, Masaba, so it was not like that was my first choice. You know, the list of big list of actors, but you know, when I was thinking about Masaba, I was like, somehow there's this comfort in her own skin, which I also, because I was watching a lot of her interviews on YouTube, and unke comments, you know, what people say about her, you know, that she's just there, she's present, and there is no pressure to perform, there is no pressure to,
no pretense.
Yeah, no pretense, and no like no vanity in front of the camera, you know, and I really wanted that. Because a lot of people will say that, what is it? ये तो कुछ भी नहीं है. You know, this story is really empty. You know, why is someone doing it? Why would an actor want to do it? A 34-year-old woman looking for love and being very normal about it, not going all the way. But somehow I wanted someone who can understand the nuance of it without trying to make it seem very loud, and be appreciative of the sensitivity of it. You know, so yeah.
And how well she's done. God to see it.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
When it comes to Ritwik, we saw his audition, and you know, to be honest, I've never told you, इसका audition मैंने 15 सेकंड में देखकर ही बोल दिया था, हाँ यही है यार. You know, it was refreshing.
Have you met Dhruv, my friend?
Yeah, I mean, you have done 2 long format shows with Bandish Bandit, which had a lot of elements with music and everything. Whistleblower is more of an intense drama, so like a thriller kind of. And here you are in a very lighter space. So, as an actor, how are you enjoying this space of this OTT where you are just like, it's consequent. It's not like you had to wait for a very long time. It's back to back. You had these outings. So as an actor, how are you enjoying this space where you're I'm not saying experimenting, but you're getting an opportunity to play these characters in different formats. It's not limited to one. Like how are you enjoying this?
I'm feeling ecstatic, and honestly the answer lies in your question. The fact that creators like Dhruv and everybody else who's worked with me, that they can envision the fact that I can pull off the characters that they're writing. I think it's a huge blessing for me, and I do constantly feel grateful on a daily basis that I'm able to do this, and I'm able to sit here with all of these people, with you, and talk about Modern Love, because I have been a fan of Modern Love, the ones that were made in the States, and I've been a huge fan of the episodes and their writing. So when I was told that I'm getting this opportunity, and when Dhruv really liked me and he wanted to have me on the thing, I was head over heels. I really just wanted to be here, you know, I just wanted to do this, and I'm a sucker for love stories myself as an audience, as a consumer. So I feel very, I don't know, at home when it comes to participating in stories that are about love. So I'm comfortable and happy at the same time.
And coming to you both, it's a unique 2 states kind of a story set against the city. Like we see 2 states in different stories in movies, and this is quite different. So how was it? And that too in Vishal Bharadwaj's world, which is like it's unheard of. Nobody thinks of him creating a love story or something, and that is against the background of city and about 2 different states. And like how was being in his world, even for a short film? How was that?
Go for it.
Oh, I thought you.
हम ऐसे जा रहे हैं ना, इसी ऑर्डर में जा रहे हैं।
तो विशाल सर की फिल्में देख के तो फिल्मों से प्यार हुआ था, और मुझे पर्सनली बहुत ही वो डार्क जोन बहुत ही पसंद है। तो मतलब ये डार्क जोन नहीं है जो हमने किया है, पर इट्स स्टिल विशाल सर, एंड बहुत मज़ा आता सब काम करके। सोचते थे कि कैसे लगता होगा, और अब काम किया है और समझ में आता है कि कैसा लगता है उनके साथ काम करके, उनकी दुनिया में जाकर। और कहते हैं ना कि किसी से काम करके सीखने को मिलता है, इनके साथ तो मतलब एक दिन में ही इतना कुछ ऐसे मिल जाता है, तो आप ऐसे लगता है कि दिमाग में नोट कर लेते हो कि हाँ ये सब चीज़ों को आगे से ध्यान रखना है। तो इट वॉज बहुत ही अच्छा एक्सपीरियंस। एंड ऑल्सो आवर लीड एक्ट्रेस Yan, she is not here. I really wish she was here with us. What a brilliant actress she is. और उनके साथ I'm so glad that we got to work with her. And थोड़ा unusual होगा विशाल सर की जैसी फिल्में अभी तक जैसे करते हैं, उनका बहुत ही डार्क जोन होता है, बहुत डार्क कॉमेडी जोन होता है, और हमारी थोड़ी अलग है। उन्होंने पूरा ट्रिप किया यार फूड पे, वो खुद भी इतने बड़े फूडी हैं, तो उन्होंने तो मतलब फूड मतलब एक अलग मेन कैरेक्टर है हमारे शॉर्ट फिल्म में। तो बहुत मज़ा आया मेरे लिए। तो बहुत ही ऐसे ट्रिप था टू जस्ट, एंड आई वाज ऑलरेडी शूटिंग विद हिम
और मैं बस ये कहना चाहती थी ऑफ हैंड मैनर में।
तो ये तो बीच में ऐसे आया, आई वाज सो हैप्पी दैट ही आस्क्ड मी कि आप कुछ जनरली कहता आप जिसको रोज देख रहे हो, आप कैसे ना कि हटके जिसको तो रोज ही देख रहा हूँ, बट ही आस्क्ड मी टू बी पार्ट ऑफ दिस एज वेल। मैंने तो कुछ पूछा भी नहीं, मैंने कहा सर आप जहाँ ले जाएंगे आई विल लाइक हाँ करते हैं। तो बहुत ही मेरे लिए तो बहुत ही ओवरवेलमिंग था टू बी पार्ट ऑफ दिस एज वेल। सो या
food plays such an important role in our story. तो मुझे लगता है कहीं ऐसा सर ने कहा नहीं है कभी, लेकिन मुझे लगता है कि सर एक्चुअली खाने के बारे में कुछ बनाना चाहते थे, एंड वी हैपन टू बी इंसिडेंटल कि खाने के साथ में कुछ अच्छे एक्टर्स को एक इंटरेस्टिंग ट्विस्ट दे देते हैं और वैसा कुछ करते हैं, बिकॉज द काइंड ऑफ इम्पोर्टेंस दैट द फूड हैज़ in the story, and when we are taking our breaks, हमारे lunch breaks, हमारे dinner breaks, it has become such an important part of our entire bonding that happened on set that मुझे ये शक है कि I think story खाने के बारे में होनी थी, हम बस आ गए हैं, and we've been very lucky to be on that bandwagon. And I think one other very beautiful thing is that मैं जब विशाल सर से पहली बार मिला था, I met him as a singer, and I saw him as a whole of many things, but the one main thing at that point of time that I saw him was as a composer, as somebody who makes brilliant music. That's what he started off with as well. Or to actually come to this stage where I can work with him both as an actor and a musician, एक वो understanding, एक वो जो bonding है, I think that is something different. That is something that मैंने तो नहीं सोचा था होगा, because मैं सर को बहुत सालों से परेशान कर रहा हूँ, सर प्लीज किसी दिन, and when this happens, when he says that this is the story that I have, this is the music that I have in mind, मैं क्या बोलूँ, it's just magical. मैं actually मैं ना
we're doing this together.
Actually, I have to tell you this, मैं कल से वामिका से बहुत कुछ सीख रहा हूँ.
He said so much and he's like क्या बोलूँ? तुमने इतना तो प्यार अपने ऐसे सामने कर दिया कि विशाल से साथ काम करके
यार मैं सच में मानता हूँ कि मैं जितना awkward होता हूँ उतना ही ज़्यादा बोलते जाता हूँ, तो I guess वही है ये बात.
But it's uncanny that you guys also have that food connection in your film. Hansal's film also has that. We also have our food connection in it. Food is love.
Modern love is
modern
food.
love.
Actually, modern
And
love
food is modern love.
is food.
Yeah.
That's true.
Bonding
Yeah.
over food.
And हमें हमारे एपिसोड को डायरेक्ट भी किया है तसद्दुक हुसैन ने, जिन्होंने ओमकारा तो वो ना जब लाइटिंग करते थे ना, तो मैं उनसे पूछती थी कि ये कौन सा कपड़ा है. तो कुछ अपनी लाइट्स पे बहुत अलग लगती थी, वो कैसे क्या बता देंगे कि वहाँ से इसकी वजह से आपकी लाइटिंग ऐसी होती है. नहीं, ये बहुत लोग इस्तेमाल करते हैं. अच्छा, आई वाज सो क्यूरियस अबाउट क्योंकि उनका बहुत अलग सा एक एम्बियंस क्रिएट हो जाता था, द वे ही यूज्ड टू लाइट आवर सीन्स. तो या मतलब एक इतने अलग अलग और अच्छे अच्छे लोगों के साथ काम करने का मौका मिल रहा था, तो इतना ही बहुत था कि हाँ बस
इतना ही बहुत है.
In fact, we were there for one day.
Oh.
The film's crossover.
Yeah.
So when we went on this set, it was genuinely like you've been picked up from your place and you've been put in some other part of the world. It looked and felt something else, you know.
Yeah.
Like the entire design of it, what Sir was doing very calmly, what the Sakduk Sir was doing, how the set felt. I was like, man, this is really, you know, it felt like you've just entered a circus.
Yeah.
And there's no exit door. So either ही बैठे रहो. It was really nice.
Yeah, it was.
You know, that remind me, your short title is I Love Thane. Thane is not a part of Mumbai, and a lot of Mumbaikars don't even consider Thane as a part of Mumbai. So how did you decide on that as a title? I mean, I hope, I mean, obviously Thane must be shown as a part in the film, but why did you decide on Thane, which is actually not a part of Mumbai, but it's a part of Modern Love Mumbai?
Yeah, so for
I've taken full offense.
Me too. I stay near Thane.
Municipality wise, yeah, technically, yeah.
I stay near Thane.
because you know the character is pursuing, or she's in the pursuit of love, and you wanted it to not be something very easy. Yeah. So you can do whatever. She lives in Bandra, Masaba's character Saiba.
I love Pali Hill.
I love Pali Hill ho sakta tha. But kahin na kahin we wanted this, that you have to work for it, you know. So hence Thane, and also because it represents something that his character represents. It represents the contrast of Bandra and Thane, and how that is also love, you know. You can be cool, but you can also be simple. You can be simple, but want to do cool things, you know.
Yeah.
So the ethos of the two places was important, which is what the mirroring is between the two characters also. So hence, I love Thane. Yeah.
And Chang, talking about you started as Indian Idol contestant. You are dentist by profession. Then you came as an actor and a host. How are you enjoying this, like the whole transition over the years? We have been seeing you more than a decade on screen, but in different roles, and that too, like if I remember in Badmash Company, your character was a victim of racist. As a character, also you were Victor. You were thrown racist comments, and here you're headlining a story which is so beautiful, which is about different communities. But that's not like the mention of the story. That's not the crux. It's just the character you're playing. So, as an actor, as an artist, how do you see this representation? And what do you think? Have we come a long way, or we have more to do?
There is always more to do. This conversation will go on for quite some time. It will, हमारी अगली generation भी बात कर रही होगी, उसके बाद भी बात कर रहे होंगे. But there have baby steps have been taken. Some giant leaps have also been taken. लेकिन ऐसा नहीं है कि things have, at least on the racist front, have changed. Those things depend on so much about what the geopolitical situation is, what your own awareness of things is. Lekin as an actor, I would say, this is something that I said yesterday also, within the industry, I've never felt any differentiation. चाहे मैं stage पे हूँ, चाहे मैं host कर रहा हूँ, चाहे मैं गाना गा रहा हूँ, चाहे मैं act कर रहा हूँ, it has been, and I believe ये सिर्फ मेरा experience नहीं है. Everybody who works in the industry, in whatever format you're working in, it's been a very welcoming, democratic situation where अगर आपको काम करना है, मेहनत करनी है, talent है, किस्मत है, जो भी है, you will be welcomed, and there will be people to help you out somehow or the other. But purely from an actor's perspective, I would say कि जब शुरुआत की थी, I just wanted to be a singer. Then hosting came my way. I said, why not? Then acting came my way, which जो मुझे नहीं लगा था कि मैं act कर सकता हूँ. मुझे तो बहुत ही insecurity थी उस बारे में, क्योंकि मैंने बहुत कम acting की है कॉलेज और स्कूल में, और हर बार मैं lines भूला हूँ, हर बार prompter पीछे से ये लाइन बोल, ये सारी गलतियां हुई हैं. सो उसकी वजह से भी एक रहता है कि नहीं, आई डोंट थिंक आई कैन डू इट, बट टू एक्चुअली गेट दैट पार्ट फर्स्ट अप, टू बी convinced by the director that we are showing a particular thing, we are also addressing your own identity crisis, जो मुझे था उस वक्त, और हम उसे बहुत अच्छी तरीके से दिखाएंगे. We are not going to sensationalize it, or we are not going to belittle it. We are going to show it in a nice way कि लोगों को देखने में मजा भी आए, and they will also learn something out of it. With OTT, of course, the number of opportunities open up for me, because the gap between my first film and the second film was 5 years, and I was getting offered the same kind of stuff, Bevda, Chini, Northeast se Banda, दोस्त है, इस सिचुएशन में है. So to get from that to Byomkesh Bakshi, again another director that I really wanted to work with, that took some time. And I think that gap in interesting characters and the offers has now reduced. I feel that और अच्छी चीज़ें हो रही हैं और अच्छे लोगों के साथ काम हो रहा है. उनमें से एक यहीं पे बैठा हुआ है. तो ये मौका बड़ा अच्छा है, ये टाइम बहुत अच्छा है. And I'm just glad for all of us that we have so much to say and there's so much to do.
Even in our episode, he's done such a good job.
ये कब हुआ?
पता ही नहीं था मुझे.
Even जो इनका कैरेक्टर है, it's very similar to मतलब काफी
Yeah.
चीजें अभी की लाइफ से ली गई हैं
Yeah.
उस कैरेक्टर के लिए. जैसे कि आपने कहा कि डेंटिस्ट थे पहले, और इवन मिंग का कैरेक्टर जो है, he also is
Wanted,
a dentist
yeah.
but wants to be a singer.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of similarities between.
And कहाँ जो मेघा है, जो my love interest. नहीं, love interest sounds very demeaning. My whatever.
Love interest sounds demeaning.
Love interest sounds demeaning.
It sounds very technical.
Technical.
You might turn back and ask.
Yeah,
मेरा सच्चा प्यार. So there is this.
You were saying Megha.
हाँ, मैं वही बोल रहा था, सच्चा प्यार मेघा. So she has this very I mean the whole story is. यार एक्चुअली बहुत ज़्यादा बोल रहा हूँ ना मैं.
No,
No,
yes,
just
मैं कह रही हूँ
continue the thought
मेघा
at
के
least,
बारे में
man.
बोल रही थी
She
कि
wants to
मेरे
hear about
बारे में
her
बात कर। इससे मैं ज़्यादा बोल रहा हूँ जब मेरी बात होने वाली है. हाँ?
So
बोलो थोड़ा मेरे बारे में.
ये जो ट्रायंगल है यान का यानी मम्मी का, मेघा का और मिंग का, it's a very beautiful story in
But
which
not a love triangle.
no, it's that's why I did not say love triangle.
Sorry.
Actually, actually तुम बोलो यार.
नहीं, please मेरे बारे में बोलो यार.
नहीं यार, मैं कुछ गलत ना बोल दूं, मुझे ऐसा लग रहा है.
For myself.
Language.
Say something about me.
मैं क्या कहूँ, आपकी
just-
आंखें ही सब कुछ कहती हैं.
Oh,
You just I'm so sorry. मैंने खुद की पैर फुला लिया.
ladies and gentlemen, modern love. एक बंदा
Exactly, this is what modern love is.
Triangle, so I was like, let me clarify. It's not a love triangle.
See, that sounds like a Vishal Saraswati.
Yeah.
Hey guys, Vishal has also made Blue Umbrella.
हाँ तो क्या?
तो क्या आप कह रहे थे
अगले
मेघा के
सवाल पे
बारे में?
जाते हैं.
बेसिकली दोनों बेहतरीन है, फिल्म बहुत अच्छी बनी है. विशाल सर ने बहुत बेहतरीन कहानी लिखी है, ध्रुव ने भी एक बहुत बेहतरीन कहानी लिखी है. हम सब ने बहुत मेहनत की है.
बहुत अच्छा काम किया है.
13th मई को मॉडर्न लव आने वाला है.
बिल्कुल.
Amazon Prime Video, you got to watch it. You were saying.
Yes. I think my time's up also.
I think ऋत्विक ने भी देख लिए side eye से.
It was great talking to you. I can't wait to watch the film. All the best.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.